Hare Krishna. It's a pleasure to be here this evening to get the association of all of you. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, the whole Bhagavad Gita begins with dispelling. First it begins with Radharaj, who is expounding or expressing envy of the Pandavas. And Srila Prabhupada comments that envy, jealousy, greed, desire, these things must be there in the material world. So, Dhritarashtra begins by, in one phrase, putting all of these things into effect. And fear also. Fear, Dhritarashtra knew from the very beginning of, even before the battle, Krishna came, and Krishna pleaded with him, please, stop this whole idea of fighting. And Dhritarashtra said, he admitted, I know you're the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but still, I can't give up this attachment for my son. So this is a very typical sentiment that we all have, whether we're devotees of Krishna or we have no understanding of Krishna. Still, whatever we understand, generally, because of the attachments that we have, the conditioning we have to this world, our theoretical understanding doesn't come up to the point of our actions. Our actions don't meet that standard, which we may theoretically understand. So this is Bhagavad Gita poised on a battlefield, because everyone lives on a battlefield. Some people may express that they thought, Arjuna, he has the best idea. Let's give up, why do we want to fight? Let's look for peace. But Krishna explains, what is peace? Peace means dedicating oneself to Krishna. And peace means understanding everything belongs to Krishna. And peace means seeing Krishna as my best friend. The best friend I've ever had. Even though someone may have never seen directly the Supreme Lord Krishna in this present life, still he's our best friend. Because he's only giving good advice. And he's only wishes well for us. And he has nothing to gain from us. This is the epitome, or the greatest aspect, the zenith of friendship. That the friend wants absolutely nothing from us. Simply wants to help us. And this is Krishna's position. So the whole Bhagavad Gita is directed that way. And it's on a battlefield because, well, first of all, Arjuna, he is in a dilemma, which our dilemmas in life, although each one of us will consider our particular dilemma or our particular problems or our particular circumstances to be overwhelming and the greatest obstacle that I could possibly have. We'll all feel that way, naturally. But compared to Arjuna, imagine if we had to go tomorrow and fight in a battlefield and our family members are on the other side. Generally speaking, people's sentiments can't even go beyond their family. A few friends and some family members, and that's our universe, and everything else is like outer space. So, but this is Arjuna's situation, and even though he's such a great devotee of the Lord, topmost pure devotee, Krishna's intimate friend, he's able to sit down with Krishna and joke and smile and laugh, but still he's overwhelmed by these sentiments of family, friendship, society, love. The love we know in this world. The love we know in this world is limited, just like everything in this world is limited. And we ourselves limit ourselves by our conditioned nature in this world. So this is one reason why it's on a battlefield. So that Krishna is speaking these instructions to Arjuna in such a way that it completely transforms his consciousness. Is so potent that potency, we should rest assured, because we're not in that intense of a dilemma or a situation or difficulty, that certainly this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita will certainly be able to solve anything I have to do. And then there's resistance in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, especially in the first 5 chapters, is resisting. In the 3rd chapter, first he expresses his resistance even before Krishna speaks. Family members, Varna Samkara. If we go into this battle, the numbers of responsible personalities will be reduced, and Varna Samkara, or unwanted population, will increase. And certainly we can see that. No doubt about that nowadays. And then Arjuna in the 2nd chapter, he begins by lamenting, and Krishna chastises him. And after Krishna chastises him, and even he surrenders to Krishna. Karpanya doshapalata swabhava vichitami tam dharma samudachitaha. He surrenders to Krishna. He begs Krishna, please instruct me. I'm your disciple. Shishasteham sharimam tvam prapadam. Even though he says all this, then in the next verse, he says, Arjuna says that there's nothing in this world can make me happy. But then, after that, he says, Krishna, I can't fight. And he says, and then, the 3rd chapter, then Krishna begins to speak. Krishna explains the Sankhya philosophy, we're not this body. Krishna explains that even if we were this body, or whatever you may think, you're a Kshatriya. And if you don't fight, you will be dishonored. And the fight will go on anyway. And the only result for you will be that you'll be labeled a coward. And you'll be suffering. And then Krishna explains such beautiful philosophy. And then Arjuna, in the next chapter, he says, Krishna, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to fight, or do you want me to meditate? Do you want me to gain knowledge, or do you want me to be active? And Krishna explains. And Krishna explains in 2 chapters. And then the 5th chapter, he again resists. And the 6th chapter, he again resists. He says this yoga process that seems completely impractical. This resistance, and more resistance, and more resistance, until the 10th chapter. Finally, in the 10th chapter, Arjuna says, Param Brahma Param Dham Pavitam Paramam Bhavan. That Krishna, you are the supreme. You are the greatest. And then Krishna, of course, he makes his whole teaching complete. And then the questions of Arjuna from that point on are complementary to what Krishna is saying. and simply increase our understanding. So that's the aspect of the battlefield that is really pertinent to all of us. That we are in that particular battle against the modes of nature. Of course, some of us like to cooperate with them very much, especially the lower two. We kind of like them. We like the mode of passion. I can obtain things. Mode of ignorance. When I'm tired, I can rest. Mode of goodness, it's nice every once in a while, when I don't have anything to do. But, so this is our battle. And Krishna is giving us the solution. But sometimes we don't want to win that battle. We think that, yes, let me just, go along in Krishna consciousness at my own speed. Of course, that's natural. And at some point, by some electromagnetic arrangement, that I'll just be Krishna conscious. I'll wake up one day and I'm Krishna conscious. So this is where we can't think that I have accomplished, I've finished, I've graduated. Even in the most simple, sublime, wonderful process that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us, the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So easy, so sublime. But yet, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows us in his Shikshastika that this chanting has to be, it has different levels. And the first effect, Chettodarpana Marjana, it cleanses the heart. And then, Bhava Mahadvagni Nirvapana, it clears away all of the misgivings of the past, burns them up. And then Shreya Kaira Chandra Vittara. Then the benediction move. Otherwise, when we get rid of those present and past obstacles that keep us attached to the unnecessary and unwanted things of this world, then we can start to experience real spiritual happiness. And then Anandam Bodhivardhana, then Avidya Bhadhu Jivanam. Then Krishna consciousness becomes our constant companion. Krishna becomes our constant companion. Krishna becomes our best friend. And then it expands more and more and increases more and more. And then at every step in life, we feel the presence of Krishna. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, he warns us, don't think that you have graduated. No. He said, Drudaivam Ipishami Hajani Nanvara. That even though this holy name is so wonderful, I'm not capable of really understanding it, really tasting it properly. And then he tells us how to taste it. And then he tells us how to accomplish those steps in tasting it. And then he tells us that if we do all that, we'll understand that I am a servant of Krishna. So, the point is that I wanted to make in all that is that it never stops. Even in the spiritual world, there's a competition. It's called technically Hudi Huda, which means, or Huda Hudi, which means there's a competition between Krishna and his devotees. Devotees try to serve Krishna more, and Krishna gives them more facility, and he wants to serve them more, and he wants to make them happier, and he wants to increase their bliss. And they want to increase Krishna's bliss. And in the case of the gopis and Krishna becomes more beautiful, and then the gopis become more beautiful. And not by cosmetics, not by plastic surgery, not by herbal treatment, but by the ever-expanding spiritual blissful nature that surrounds everyone in the spiritual world. So, this goes on and on and on. And that's how we should see Krishna consciousness. That there's always more. Not that I've been around, I learned this, I know this, I'm superior to others, I understand better. But this competition, this beautiful spiritual competition, which is actually, the real aspect of this competition is, I'm competing with Krishna. We're all, Srila Prabhupada mentions this. He says that every living entity is competing with Krishna to increase the lila, to increase the pastimes. You know, what is our pastime with Krishna? We all have a pastime with Krishna. And that pastime is that I want to serve Krishna more. And when we see that, Krishna gives us more facility to serve Him. And then we do more service. And then Krishna gives us more facility. And we want to relish Krishna and relish His holy name, and Krishna gives us more ability to do so. And it goes on and on and on. So if one really understands the nature of bhakti, the nature of devotional service, that's what it means. You know, we should never feel that I'm accomplished. Just like we have 16 rounds, we recommend that as chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regulated principles. But Srila Prabhupada said again and again, this is the minimum. Now, one may have so much service or so many things to do in life that one cannot chant more than 16 rounds. But then the increase means, let me increase the quality. It's not that, just like in the old scheme, which of course a few of you experienced coming to Krishna consciousness, that one would go and live in the ashram and one would get trained. You know, we did this. Maybe a few of you did out there. You lived in the ashram, you got trained, you went out, distributed books, went on Harinam Sankirtan, served the deity, cleaned the temple. 24 hours. And then all of a sudden people started getting married. And some devotee, one devotee specifically asked me, he said, it seems like I'm decreasing. Before I was 24 hours serving and distributing books, going out on Harinam, you know, preaching to people. And now I'm working 8 hours a day, you know, bringing home some money, coming home to the family, dealing with all kinds of intricacies of family life. And so he said, see, I said, well, externally speaking, that may be true. You may be doing less external service. Now the challenge is, do more internal service. Every time you chant, if you're hankering for that increase which you experienced at one point in life, make it happen internally. Listen, hear that chanting more carefully. Follow those principles, not just, somehow or another I do it even though I don't want to do it. Even though I'm still attracted to this or that thing that I used to do, this habit or that habit. But bring it to the point where not only I resist doing it, to I resist it, and then there's no attraction. Not even on the subtle platform of the mind. And when there's no attraction on the subtle platform of the mind, then also the words, everything we say, everything we do, everything we think is just full of Krishna consciousness. So this is the battle. This is the challenge. This is why Bhagavad Gita on many different platforms, on many different planes, is something that has evolved, that is evolving, and always challenges us to enter into that battle. Now, Srila Prabhupada, he appreciated battles. As a matter of fact, one time Srila Prabhupada said that Krishna's been fighting since he was 3 months old. And he was fighting up to the end. Always fighting. Prabhupada said, Krishna has given us the example that in this world you must fight. You must fight against Maya, against illusion, against the different challenges that constantly come upon us. And they will try to defeat us again and again and again and again. And we can't give in, just like a soldier. Sometimes we may lose a battle, but we can't lose the war. Everybody will lose a battle, everyone, even the most staunch, powerful person. Even Srila Prabhupada, as those of us that have read the Science of Self-Realization, we see the conversation between Srila Prabhupada and Professor Stahl. He would not give up. Everything Prabhupada would give perfect argument, and he would, thinking himself more intelligent, thinking himself more capable, thinking himself a great scholar, would pull something out of some Vedic source and say, no. And Prabhupada said, Kirtan, no. Satatam Kirtayam Domam. One should always be chanting. Oh, well, that means, Professor Stahl, that means this. And finally Prabhupada said, because this is the position of a Vaishnava. When you see someone just won't, give up, then he said that then ultimately there is the supreme judge. You give, just like in the courtroom, you give your arguments, and one lawyer gives his arguments, another lawyer, and then there has to be the judge. So the judge is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has declared that the Sankirtan movement, the activity of chanting the holy name of the Lord, the Maha Mantra, is the greatest activity. So before that judge, Prabhupada was saying, he didn't say it, but he was really saying, I win. The judge has already ruled in my favor. Not only Srila Prabhupada said that, but Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said the same thing. He said, and here I am, sitting in this big chair, and I'm also doing it. Here you have a little chair, I have a big chair. So, who is this brute, this animal, who has so, full of all kinds of pride and arrogance, is sitting in a big chair, telling you what to do? And he said, so I simply put my case before the Supreme Judge, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what does he say? He says, you must be Guru. No, this is my order. Atta eva ami agya dilun sabakari jahan tahan prema pala deha charikari. He said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the order that everyone should be an instrument in carrying this wonderful message of Bhagavad Gita, this wonderful sublime method of chanting the holy name of Krishna. Everyone should do this according to their capability, according to their situation. And when we do this, when we accept the verdict of the Supreme Judge, when we accept the opinion, Krishna says in the end of Bhagavad Gita, this is my opinion. Of course, it's not his opinion, because he always says before that, if you don't do what I say, you'll be miserable. You cannot do what I say, but if you don't, then you'll still be forced to fight, and you'll still, but you won't get the same result if you don't do what I say. But you have that option, and we all have that option. We can do what Krishna wants, or we can do what I want. We always have that option. But actually, when we understand the science of Bhagavad Gita and the science of Srimad Bhagavatam, the science of Krishna consciousness, we'll understand I really can never do what I want. Because what I want is Krishna. And the only way I can do that is with Krishna's assistance, and with Krishna's grace, and with Krishna's blessing. And those blessings come to us through all of us gathered here, just like here we are in satsanga, sadhusanga, coming together to glorify the Supreme Person, to hear about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And when we do that, just like Citsukananda Prabhu said yesterday, that, or was it yesterday? Today, today in the morning, that we're all, even if it's just for a few moments in this program, or in the Rath Yatra, or in a kirtan, that we all forget about all the judgments and we may feel toward one another, and all the opinions we may have. That's the power of the holy name. That's the power of Krishna consciousness. And we just have to apply it 24 hours a day. Kirtaniya Sada Hari, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. If we apply it 24 hours a day, then it will have a tremendous effect in transforming us and bringing us to the platform of pure devotion, pure Krishna consciousness. So, anyway, these are some words I wanted to say. Since Citsukananda Prabhu is leaving tomorrow, I wanted him to be the main speaker in any case today. And Krishna consciousness came to Trinidad in 1971. But when he came, it took a different aspect, a small temple, that beginning, that standard beginning that Srila Prabhupada wanted, that there would be a core, a nucleus, from which Krishna consciousness would expand. So he's one of the roots of the Krishna conscious tree that has grown here in Trinidad so nicely. And we have to keep it growing, keep watering it. So anyway, I'll turn over actually he has his own microphone, we even have to turn over the floor to Sriman Citsukananda Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Prasad Maharaj ki
Jai.
Maybe someone could volunteer. He wants to sing a little something here from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So maybe someone can kind of hold it so that the book doesn't go. Oh, you're not going to sing it?
I'm not going to fight.
Okay, you're going to read it.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Well, I want to thank Radharaj. Thank you so much for introducing me and this very nice talk on Bhagavad Gita. So all of you from Trinidad, for me it's a very special moment. I'm leaving tomorrow. I've been here almost a week, just about a week tomorrow. And it's a very short time, I can see that. I want to thank the people of Trinidad for supporting this Krishna conscious movement and also supporting Guru Prasad Maharaj's efforts here. You've been coming for 25 years? More or less. Yeah, I think more. So for 25 years he's been preaching here, and all of you have done wonderful work. This is a nice place. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you and your family. Krishna consciousness. So I was thinking, there's a nice song when I first came. And this song, I don't know if I'll sing it. I think I'll read it. So this song is by Bhaktivinoda Thakur and was written in 1874. But think of how beautiful this song is, how beautiful these words are. Alas for those that spend their days in festive mirth and joy, the dazzling, deadly, liquid forms their hearts forever employ. The shining bottles charm their eyes and draw their heart's embrace. The slaves of wine can never rise from what we call disgrace. Was man intended to be a brute and working hard? Should man, the Lord of all around, from common sense depart? No, man's glory is in common sense, dictating us the grace that man was made to live and love the beauteous heaven's embrace. The flesh is not our own, alas. The mortal frame's a chain. The soul confined for former wrongs should try to rise again. Why then this childish play in that which cannot be our own, which falls within 100 years, as if a rose blown? Our life is but a rosy hue, to go ere long to naught. The soul would last forever, with good or evil fraught. How deep the thought of time's to be, how grave the aspect looks, and wrapped in awe become, oh, reading nature's books. Man's life to him, a problem dark, a screen both left and right. No soul has come to tell us what exists beyond our sight. But then a voice, how deep and soft within ourselves is felt. Man, man, thou art immortal soul, thee death can never melt. For thee thy sire on high has kept a store of bliss above. To end of time thou art of his, who once but purest love. O love, thy power and spell benign, now melt my soul to God. How can my earthly words describe this feeling soft and broad? Enjoyment, sorrow, what one's lot, to which the flesh is heir. The soul that sleeps alone concludes, and them it hath a share. And then, my friends, no more enjoy, nor weep for all below. O woman, man, wine, and flesh of peace, no love on thee bestow. But it's time to love thy brother man, and give thyself to God, and God do knoweth your fate, God do knoweth your wages fair. This fact is true and broad. This is a very important verse. Forget the past that sleeps. Never let the future dream at all, but act in times that are with thee, and progress thee shall call. Please repeat that with me, and then I'll continue. Forget the past.
Forget the past.
Everyone, forget the past.
Forget the past.
That sleeps.
That sleeps.
And never let the future dream at all,
Never let the future dream at all.
but act in times that are with thee,
But after times
and progress thee shall call.
progress.
But tell me not in reasoning cold, the soul is made alone by earth's mechanic lifeless rules, and to destruction brought. My God who gave us life and all, alone the soul can kill, or give it all the joys above, His promise to fulfill. So push thy onward march, O soul, against an evil deed that stands with soldiers, hate and lust. A hero be indeed. Maintain thy post in spirit world, in the spiritual world, as firmly as you can. Let never matter push thee down, O stand heroic man. O Sahangrahi Vaishnav soul, thou art an angel fair. Lead me on to Vrindavan, Spirit's power declare. There rests my soul, from matter free upon my lover's arms. Eternal peace and Spirit's love are all my chanting charms. Please repeat the last verse for me with this last verse. There rests my soul from matter free.
There rests my soul upon my very free.
Upon my lover's arms.
Upon my lover's
arms.
Eternal peace
eternal peace
and Spirit's love
and Spirit's love
are all my chanting charms.
are all my chanting charms.
So this is a beautiful. It was written 1874. You think by now it should be outdated. Krishna spoke 5,300 years ago. What could be? Anyone says anything if I say something tomorrow, today is no longer any use? But Krishna has spoken 5,300 years before, more. And when He speaks the truth, the highest truth. And we have many religions. We respect all of them. All religions are respected. We should all respect everyone. Blacks, whites, greens, yellows, blacks, browns. Everyone, let's all come together to serve Krishna. It doesn't matter where we've come from. What counts is what we're doing it for. And we're doing it to please and love Krishna and Radha. Because Krishna is not alone, but He feels like that. Nobody goes to Krishna without Radha. So we have to ask for her blessings. And in Vrindavan, everyone is saying, Radhe! Radhe, Radhe!
Radhe, Radhe,
Radhe, Radhe!
Radhe, Radhe.
So everyone is saying, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Because that's the way to Krishna. Everyone wants to come to Krishna, so they have to ask from a servant of Radha. And Prabhupada was a very dear servant. And the servants have been there for 5,300 years. Same, one servant after another. But only one servant took Krishna out of India at a very kind of old age. That was Srila Prabhupada. He came and he brought. And he was coming to Trinidad. When I was in Trinidad, Mr. Ricky came to me and he said, "Oh, your Prabhupada was coming to Trinidad." Really? He said, "Yeah, here's the letters." I read the letters and Prabhupada said he was coming. And he wasn't coming. So when I went to Los Angeles, the first thing I wanted to do is go up to his room. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, you were going to Trinidad? I said, yes. Very nice. So I said, oh, so when you were going to Trinidad, why didn't you go? He said, no, they are making so much extensive program for me. They are doing this, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, doing this. I said, gentlemen, I cannot go. So he didn't come. Nothing wrong with Mahasabha, but I think Mahasabha had written, and Mahasabha said no. Too much trying to make Prabhupada like some kind of spiritual doggy. You go here, you go there, you pee here, you eat here. So Prabhupada could not accept such thing. But anyway, the man was right. Prabhupada was coming to Trinidad. And first Vaikuntanath and Saradhya Kanupriya, Chaitanya Dasi, they came in 1971. I went to Mexico, to open temple, and they were here. And then I went in Mexico, Prabhupada wrote me a beautiful letter, he said, yes, go there. Since 9 months, I opened first temple after 9 months in the movement. 9 months. Today it seems like 9 days, but it doesn't matter, we need it. And Prabhupada, Madhavisa Prabhu wrote to Prabhupada, oh, Chitsu wants to go to, be close to us, he wants to go to San Jose, California. He was writing to Prabhupada from San Francisco. So Prabhupada said, oh, he can go anywhere. He can go anywhere. I went to San Jose to get the association of my brothers and sisters. So Prabhupada was always anxious for devotees to go preaching and expanding this movement. So we have so many islands. I think you're already distributing some. St. Lucia, Martinica, different places. I think you're going there. So, all Caribbean has to become Krishna conscious, but while we're on this island, we have to embrace everyone and make everyone a devotee of Krishna. Doesn't matter if they're black or green or yellow or white. Everyone should come to Krishna. I know it's difficult, because everyone is thinking, I'm Indian. We're not Indian. We're not American. We're not white. We're not black. We're not anything. We're servants of Krishna. And Krishna wants everyone, in every place, to become a devotee of Lord. So all of you, please, understand this message and give your love freely. Give your understanding to the people who do not understand. Because tomorrow they'll stand up for you. When you're down, they will pick you up. And when they fall down, you pick them up. So this is our whole life, helping each other in spiritual life. I think 99% is Hindu here. No problem. We're in a Hindu area. Excuse me. I think the only ones who are not Hindus are Maharaj and I. But anyway, you're sitting and you give us such a nice place. You know, I don't deserve such a nice seat. We don't feel that we deserve. But we're happy to see you be trying to be Krishna conscious and trying to chant Hare Krishna. Krishna has got a plan for everyone. If we follow that plan, we'll make this island. Before you die, you'll see a big change. I see a big change since I've come last time. There was a few devotees. And now, devotees everywhere, temples everywhere. But we still have much, much work to do. We still have so much work to do in Trinidad, in Guyana, everywhere. So Maharaj Guru Prasad is very kind to me. He's allowing me to speak for a few moments, to share with you my love and my understanding of spiritual life. It's borrowed love. It's Prabhupada's love. If you were here, you would feel his vibration, his love. So, he's with us now. He'll never stop being with us. And soon, Prabhupada's disciples will pass away into another life. Hopefully a Krishna life. And I say that because I don't know where I'm going. But wherever I go, I just ask Krishna, please let me don't keep the holy name too far away from me, and don't keep Prabhupada too far away from me. So, wherever you send me is okay, but please give me the holy name and Prabhupada. I know I'll be okay. So, I don't know if I'll come again to this island. Maybe I will come again. But one thing is, it's so encouraging to see so many nice people, all of you ladies and gentlemen and children and everyone here for a program to serve Krishna, to love Krishna, to bring more love into this world, more love on this island. So show your love by accepting everyone. Let everyone come. Let everyone be part of Krishna. That's Krishna's plan. Please take it. Thank you so much. Hari Hari. So we'll do a little chanting and Maharaj gets up very early. So let's see, we get some musicians here. So you may think, what is this man doing with the guitar? We don't have guitar here. We relate guitar to being something mundane. But some devotees in Mexico, when Prabhupada came, they said, why is he playing the guitar? Prabhupada said, because he's making thousands of people chant and dance. It's so kind. So Prabhupada, after that, everybody keep quiet, let me play. Even though sometimes I wasn't playing so, but still everyone was chanting and dancing and people were jumping in the air and, even businessmen with suits on and they started to dance and so, is that right? Then it's okay. So, sometimes I sang. One morning I was feeling a little down and Prabhupada said, you sing? So I sang. I felt so good after that. So Srila Prabhupada, always very kind, very merciful. He came to Mexico, he went to Venezuela, every place, but he spent 1 week in Mexico. And we had nice programs. And he had one program. All day he came around midday to Mexico City, to the temple. I was rushing to the airport, rushing back because I lost track of Prabhupada. He was coming in the door and the people were falling him down. And he said to me after the lecture, he said, who is that lady? Oh, she's a nice lady, she comes. He says, she must be initiated. I said, okay, whatever you say, I didn't say that, I said, sure. Whatever Prabhupada wanted, I said, yes, why not? So, I told her, and I said, Prabhupada wants to initiate you. She goes, oh, she started to cry. She lived not in a good area of many prostitutes. But she had a nice feeling about coming to serve Krishna. And she would always help me no matter where I was. But little by little, I saw today she's a little old lady chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. She has the Japa beads all the time. She wears them out. I've met mothers in Mexico that wear out the beads. I said, what's going on? I finished the beads, I'm chanting so much, there's no more wood. Oh my God, I've never had that experience. Of course I take your beads, you take my beads. But just see, it's very nice. This is Prabhupada's grace, to give love to everyone. Give kindness, joy. And everyone should be worthy of that. Everyone. Everyone worthy of Krishna consciousness. Everyone worthy of little Prasad. Everyone worthy of the holy name, please. If you have some neighbor who's not from your origin, give them a little love. Give them some understanding. This is what we need on this island. And little by little, we will see, before we leave this world, how many people have become devotees and how many people... Yesterday at Rath Yatra, beautiful day yesterday, right? It was great, it was gorgeous. We saw many Hindus, but devotees from Hindu background, others from black background, others from different backgrounds, but everyone was chanting and everyone was happy and joyous. And I thank you, I see all those same faces today. Some I didn't see yesterday. But almost everyone who was there yesterday, some have come here tonight, and thank you so much for that. And the only thing I can say is that may Prabhupada bless you and bless me and bless every one of us. And that is where our joy in life is, the greatest joy. And Guru Prasad Maharaj, he's been coming for a long time, and because of him this movement has grown from its humble beginnings. I was here for a little while, and he's been coming here for many, many years, and you please give your love and support to him. And I'm here also giving some love and support to him and to all of you. And to also to the people that feel left out. They shouldn't feel left out. Everyone should feel that Krishna has allowed me to come, so I'm also a devotee and I'm also serving. In the temple I came from, you're the president, right? There's mostly the black devotees run the temple inside. If it wasn't for them, Krishna would not get the offering on time, everybody. So many things. So we're grateful to them, and grateful to everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, Hari Bol. So we'll begin chanting. I wonder if this will work. I'll try.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
If not, I'll provide a mic from the front to you.
Okay. So who's just we're chanting? I think we better take it.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Take this. You come chant with us? Everyone, come. If you feel like you want to come closer, you can bring your chairs closer too, you know. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, and I hope I'll be seeing you soon. I'm leaving tomorrow, so thank you so much, all you wonderful, beautiful devotees of the Lord. Please, thank you so much. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you for everything. Hare Krishna.